You know, one of the issues we have to look at is the amount of rainfall is always important. And Omaha and Lincoln will get on the average of about 2 to 4 or 5 inches more rain than we will on an annual basis. The wind is a little bit higher out here on a constant basis as well. So, you know, you're more protected. You've got a lot more atmosphere to worry about. We're on the edge of what I'll call the sandhills of Nebraska. And so we get a little bit more extreme temperatures going back and forth. Our winters, we get a little bit more snow, we get a little bit more rain, of course, and sleet, and we get a little bit of colder temperatures. So when you put all those together, that really creates a challenge because our plants go through a lot more extreme. You know, there's a lot less water, a little bit more conditions of wind. And so when you start looking at plants like, well, I grew this in Omaha, Nebraska. Well, yes, it could probably grow out here to a certain degree, but we have to give them a lot more protection. And so if we don't, then they don't really do as well type situation for us. One of the goals that we always try to achieve is we want our plants for our customer, one, that we want them to be successful, and we also want the plant to thrive, not just survive. So some of the plants that we carry that are made for this area are really, really hardy. They can take a lot of conditions from that standpoint. Some of our trees, you know, some of the more delicate crab apples and a few other of the flowering things like a weeping cherry, they do okay in Omaha and Nebraska, Omaha and Lincoln, but out here we get a little bit of dieback each year. So we really try to say, hey, you need to have these in a protected area. You can't go out, put them out there. Some of the other shrubs and perennials, it's always easy for people to look online and say, oh, I like this plant, you know, type situation. And they forget that there's certain zones that they're supposed to live. Due to the fact that we are a little more exposed, all different areas, our insects and diseases have a tendency to really thrive in these conditions because it's hotter. A lot of insects like warm temperatures, so we see a lot more diversified mix. We get a lot of different ones that pop through, and so we're always trying to watch for the customer, and when we do see an insect invasion of a certain type of bug or worm or something, we try to notify a lot of our customers through Facebook and other different social medias, so then we can alert them that, hey, you be on the lookout, this is what you look for. Diseases, same way. If we get real hot temperatures and all of a sudden we get a lot of moisture, a lot of our funguses and diseases start to step in. And so we really try to watch for the customer to be aware of what goes on because we go through a lot more extreme temperatures. There's a lot of different plants out there. You know, years ago it used to be, oh, let me put a couple evergreens across the front and something on the upright on the corner. But today there's so many more perennials, there's so many more shrubs, there's so many more trees that their selection is just unreal. And new hybrids come out almost yearly, and there's so many things. Do your education, do the studying, but you can also come out here. A lot of our plants are labeled. They tell you exactly what it's going to do, and we're here to help you out.